Welcome to DEMOCREPUBLIX, where we cover the real news that matter to we the people. Plot twist: Soros turns on Facebook, YouTube. According to Zero Hedge, even Orwell and Huxley couldn't imagine the threat posed by Facebook. In addition to warning that U.S. President Donald Trump represents an immense danger to civilization, billionaire George Soros used the spotlight of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland on Thursday to urge the international community to take seriously the threats posed by Facebook and Google, which he said could ultimately spawn a web of totalitarian control if they are not reined in. Particularly alarming, Soros said, is the prospect of Facebook and Google, which he scathingly deemed a menace to society, teaming up with authoritarian states to bring together nascent systems of corporate surveillance, which an already developed system state-sponsored surveillance. Such unholy marriages could result in a strain of authoritarianism, the likes of which not even Aldous Huxley or George Orwell could have imagined, the billionaire investor cautioned. Soros went on to compare the tech giant's impact on the internet and social media in particular to which effects of fossil fuel giants on the environment. Quote, mining and oil companies exploit the physical environment, social media companies exploit the social environment, Soros said, warning that the days of internet monopolies like Facebook and Google are numbered. Quote, they claim they are merely distributing information, Soros added, of the tech giants that are frequently denounced by critics of corporate power for abusing their market dominance. Quote, but the fact they are near monopoly distributors make them public utilities and should subject them to more stringent regulations aimed at preserving competition, innovation, and fair and open universal access, unquote. And I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I kind of agree with George Soros. The social media are caving into authoritarian governments. All you have to do is look at China, where they got some of the strictest internet laws, and Facebook and Google are curtailing to their to the governments by restricting access to a lot of the information that's out there. And even you look at even what they're doing to conservatives and how they're shadow banning conservatives, and subscribers are disappearing on stuff like YouTube. And me personally, I don't use Facebook because I know from its inception how it was controlled by the CIA to manipulate information and to basically spy on people. But back to the article. If tech companies are permitted to retain overwhelming control over information, far-reaching adverse consequences on functioning of democracy could result. Soros concluded, the power to shape people's attention is increasingly concentrated in the hands of a few companies, Soros said. It takes a real effort to assert and defend what John Stuart Mill called the freedom of the mind. There is a possibility that once lost, people who grow up in the digital age will have difficulty regaining it. And I actually agree with Soros again. It's like freedom of speech. If you don't use it, you will lose it, because the governments are known to crack down on free speech. That's why we have something that's called the Constitution that protects our free speech. And when you have entities like Facebook and Google that are shadow banning and demonetizing stuff like that, and I agree again with Soros when he said that it's considered a utility. So when you consider yourself a utility like Facebook or Google, you can't censor. You can't censor at all if you consider yourself a utility, which they are, because they monopolize the whole system. Like, everyone goes to YouTube for videos and podcasts and stuff. Everybody use Google to search and stuff like that. Everyone except for me is on Facebook and stuff like that. So they're basically utilities. That's why we need more things like Gab and Steam it and stuff like that. That's more open, and people have a freedom to dialogue as they see fit. But Let me know what you think. Do you agree with George Soros like I do on this instance? I don't agree with him on much else, but on this instance, do you agree with Soros that Facebook and Google are mega giants and monopolizing and curtailing people's freedom? Let me know what you think with your comments below. Please subscribe and check out DEMOCREPUBLIX for the latest in news. Till next time.
We live in a really nightmare. Watch out for these brothers. Watch out for these brothers. We live in a really nightmare. Watch out for these brothers. Watch out for these brothers.